fulfill for those he loved, in turn, are those that I love, I'll keep my mouth shut. And I'll bear the cross, even though I could use even their judicial system to make sure that I don't have to. I ain't do nothing wrong. Amen. But instead, I'll keep my mouth shut and I'll bear this because of my passion. This is the only thing that's going to reconcile their relationship with the Father. No one else can do it. The sacrifice of the bulls and sheep and goats are not the atonement the Father intended for them to have in the first place. And this is going to squash all of that. And I'm willing to do it. I have a passion for it. So much so that I'll come to the end of myself to make sure that this relationship between man and the Father is reconciled, and I'll be the one to do it. Jesus was passionate about that. So us even getting a visual of the suffering of Jesus Christ going to the cross, it's painful. Something that I don't think they'd hit me with that little what they call that that little whip with the metal in it that was stripping the cat of nine tails. It'd be, hey, all right, y'all, okay, all right, that's enough. I'm done. What y'all need me to say? You see what I'm saying? But that's because my passion for the world isn't like Christ's passion was. We know it in John 3:16. God so loved the world. Like we said, one of the words that's directly equated to passion is love. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. That whoever shall believe in him will not perish but have everlasting life. That's something we couldn't get from nowhere else or no one else. And his love for us calls for him to send his only begotten Son, someone he loved very much, to come and be crucified for us to take on the sins of the world so that we will have everlasting life with the Father. And in that, his cross, from him bearing his cross himself up to the to Calvary, all of that looked like suffering because I'm not willing to do it. I'm not trying to do it. But to Jesus, in all his pain, oh man, I'm not about to let this pain stop me because I'm passionate about this. I have a passion for them. And I have a passion for my Father to be pleasing to him and fulfill what it is he's called me to do and to fulfill my destiny. I'm so passionate about that when people think I'm suffering, I'm not suffering at all. Yeah, it hurts. I'm sure it hurt. We know it hurt. Yeah, it hurt. But I'm still moving forward. I'm still gonna go. Because another thing the Holy Spirit had revealed to me is that your passion is never fulfilled until you are no longer in existence. You don't fulfill your passion, not your passion, I'm sorry. Your destiny is never fulfilled while you exist. You'll never fulfill your destiny and then be able to go sit home and, all right, I'm done. Think about it. If what you were purposed to do is completed, why am I still here? What? Now I'm really just existing. God, I fought the good fight. I ran the race. Am I being punished? I'm done. And clearly, that shouldn't come out of our mouth, because if I thought this was my destiny and I accomplished that, then clearly I need to look to the Father and say, okay, I must have missed it. Or what else is it that you have for me to do? Because if it's it, then I'll be gone. I will be done. And when I think of Elijah, when his was done, he didn't die a physical death, but he was taken up out of here. There's nothing else on the earth for you to do. Let's go. There's no need for you to be there anymore. So clearly, and some of us and some people, our passion is just sitting dormant within inside of us. It's there. You have a passion. Because some people ask me, like, well, and I ask this question, like, I can't really think of anything I'm passionate about. And I used to ask my mom, like, how will I know what it is I'm supposed to do here on this earth? And she would always tell me as a child, you need to pray and ask God to reveal to you what it is he made you for. I can't tell you that. Nobody else can tell you that. Only God can tell you what he made you for. But and because we've never really built a relationship with God, we never even entered into a relationship with God, our passion is sitting dormant within us, just like our destiny is, and we're just living life goal-oriented, trying to accomplish certain things in our lives, and then feeling like failures because we don't get there. Or I tried everything I knew to do, and I still didn't get there. And this whole time, you're trying to fulfill yourself. And God's saying, I have a purpose for you. But you're not going to know, you'll never know what that purpose is. You never asked me. If you're looking for a little letter in a bottle that's going to come up on shore, you're going to sit there, get old, and probably die waiting for that letter. If you're waiting for somebody to come speak your destiny into your life, chances are you're going to waste a whole lot of time. But if you build that, and ultimately our passion should be to build a relationship with God. At the end of the day, that if you're passionate about that, please believe you'll know what your purpose is. My passion is to build a relationship with God. And to some that's just foreign. Like, what do you mean? How are you passionate about building a relationship? Same way I'm passionate about building my relationship with my wife. Man, this is to death do us part. There's no going back. Even when it gets rocky sometimes and things not going the way that we both planned for them to go. Maybe I'm just not happy for whatever. I might not be happy with myself right now. But what we have is forever. And because it's forever, I build on that. Because even though I'm not happy with myself, I share that with her. So first and foremost, she don't think it's her that I'm not pleased with. And now that she has that understanding, she can come alongside and help build me up when I'm not feeling so worthy or so pleased with myself. And in building that relationship and God being the centerpiece of that, that's nothing anybody on this planet could break. Nobody. And just like I'm that passionate about my relationship with her, I'm even more so passionate about my relationship with God. So much so that even when I'm sleepy, I will stay in his presence in prayer. And he may not say anything to me, but I will rest at his feet because I want to build this relationship with you. Or I've been sitting here with you for hours and all you said was, all right, now go to sleep. And man, that's been some of the best sleep I've had. But that even just sitting in my wife's presence is the same. Just to know she's here. Just to know she'll hold me when I need to be held. And don't have to say a word. Just to know that she cares enough to be next to me and we could be doing absolutely nothing, but we're building. Because her presence means so much to me. Like, I'm going to be gone all next week. I can only imagine. She don't like it at all. A whole week? Whole week, baby. We gone for a week. Well, you need to hurry up and get back. And it's not that she can't maintain and do things, but it's the fact that the relationship we built, we don't want separation. A week without you is torture. I'm suffering because I'm passionate about you. And that's how God felt about us, so much so that this time where y'all weren't reconciled back to me and all this making sacrifices and the blood of all these animals atoning for you, man, that's enough. I can't be apart from you like that anymore. I need to have a relationship with you where I interact with you and you can interact with me with nobody in the middle. So I'm going to eliminate all those middlemen and all those rules and steps and laws so that me and you can interact one-on-one. And the way I'm going to do that is through my son, Jesus Christ. That's the door to building your relationship with God. It's through Christ. And it's been evident even in Paul's life because the door was open when Paul encountered Jesus Christ on a road to Damascus. And when he recognized Jesus as Lord and said, Lord, what will you have with me? And he told him, I'm going to show you the many things you will suffer for my name's sake. That was the beginning of the relationship between God and Saul turned Paul. And look what happened in his life. He fulfilled his destiny. And his destiny was fulfilled and final the day he gave up his life was taken from him or he died. Then his destiny was fulfilled. And the same thing, if you look at the life of the 12 apostles, Peter was crucified upside down. He fulfilled his destiny. His destiny brought him to his death. Now we'll look at that as like, then I don't know if that's really something I want to accomplish. If it's going to kill me, I don't know if I want to do it. But that's why I'm saying that passion is a key ingredient, because when you're passionate about it, like I said, there's no fear there, and no matter what comes, whether it's victory or destruction, you'll face it to the death. You'll give all of yourself to it. And I'm gonna go back a little bit, and like Paul was saying in verse 15 of Romans 1, he said, So much as in me, I am ready to preach the gospel to you who are in Rome. And what he was saying in modern terms is, I'm putting it all on the court. I'm putting it all out there for y'all. Every time Paul went to preach or teach somewhere, he was putting his life on the line. He was putting his life on the line, and he was saying, I'm putting it all out there. He never kind of stifled from what he had to say or stray away from what he was sharing pertaining to the gospel, because if it takes my life, I died doing what God called me to do, and I fulfilled my destiny. But I'm going to lay my life, I'm giving you all of me every time I teach, every time I preach. I give you all of who I am. And if it destroys me, I'm fine with that. I'm not afraid of that. And if it brings God glory and victory, I'm glad it did that also. But no matter what it brought, I'm giving you all of me. And that's what he was saying. I'm laying it all out there. And if any of us, and I'm going to close here, if any of us has a question of what my destiny might be, so that you can awake that passion within you, the person you need to be asking is God. You need to ask God, Lord, what is it that you created me for? And not just ask looking for the roof of your house to open up and he look down and say something and shake the walls for you. But if you're not asking him with your heart, you'll never find out. If you're asking him just so you'll have knowledge of it to see if that kind of line up with what you planned for your life thus far, you won't hear him. He knows your heart. You just want to know so you can see if right now, if I was to die, I might go to heaven. I don't know. So Lord, what's my destiny? Let me see if I'm on the right track. Usually when you find out, you're going to realize you're starting from scratch. You're going to be starting, and it's something, like I said, that's bigger than you. So you got to start from the bottom. And it's going to cost you your life, just like it cost Paul his life, Peter his life, and ultimately just like it cost Jesus' life. He was passionate about every one of us. So much so that he gave his life for us so that we could have a relationship with God and be reconciled back to God. And now we have a one-on-one relationship with God.